Well, it's time to start cutting some leather. I got my pattern done. Actually, I made two of them. This one is for the overall shape of the holster. And this one has a little notch cut out in it. And that's going to go right down there in the corner. That's going to be our stitch line. So once I get this cut out, I'll go ahead and use my pen, trace out where my stitch line is going to go, and punch my stitch lines there. But that's not my stitch holes there. But that's going to be a little whiles away. What we're going to do first is, like I said, cut the leather. Something like this, I'll start out with cutting my straight lines first. Let me get this out of the way. We're going to use that cutting board in a minute. I just put my straight edge up against it. Grab my knife. This little razor knife works great. And just cut along my straight edge. Having troubles talking today. Like that. I'll do the same thing on this part. You know, sometimes I'll design stuff with straight lines in it so I can do it this way. Makes cutting leather a little bit easier. Okay, let me bring that cutting board back. Now for this corner in here, can you see that? There you go. What I'm going to do is take a punch. I just picked out a punch that looks about right. Stick them in the corner, right there, and go ahead and punch it out. There you go, I got a hole. Move this out of the way. Then I can cut my line to where that hole's punched. Where'd I put my knife? There it is. And I can take my other knife. This knife works great for cutting straight lines like that, or for cutting out rough shapes for me. For more precision stuff, I like using this little knife. I use a small hook blade in it, and that helps me to get around corners like this in here. Okay, going to do the same thing with that corner and this curvy part here. And when we come back, we're going to get ready to put some dye on this thing. Oh, let me show you one more thing for this. This part here is going to be for the belt loop, like right here. Starts out straight, and then after I mold it, bend it over and put a snap on it, that's the belt loop. But to punch it to length, I use my belt punch. First I take my dividers and find the center. We'll start out with eyeballing it. Yeah, right there. It just coincided with my pattern. I just drew that in rough and I found the middle. Take my punch, center it up on the middle, center it up on the back side. Now, this is the same punch I use for punching belt ends. Has a bunch of uses for it. Comes in handy for a lot of different things. Like this. Hold that and There you go. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the rest of this and we'll get back.